Hi everyone, welcome to another video. What I'm going to do here is, I'm not going to tie a fly, but I'm going to show you preparing materials for using. Now, I recently did a video on a small dry fly where I used CDC. Now sometimes when you get the CDC, you'll find that they're kind of all squashed up like this. Not so much, they're coming straight from the bird. Dyed's not too bad, though I still like to do it like this as well, the dyed, because it just airs it out a bit better and ready for use. This is natural. This is a packet of the CDC feather bulk pack from Full and Mill. It's a natural. Now, as you can see, it's, I'll take my wax off because I was sitting tying. So basically, as you can see, it's actually all sort of clumped up. And now in the video I was, when I was tying the dry fly, I used a hairdryer just to open out the fibre, just to make sure everything's out here. Open out the CDC, ready for using. You can see there it's quite a lot. I mean, obviously some it's okay, some just needs to be aired out, and I spoke about how I actually bring it back, put some more sort of natural shape into the feather. So what I'm going to do here is, this is a splash guard for a frying pan. Basically when you're frying some whatever, and you can put this on the top of the frying pan. This basically stops the splashing or the grease going all over the cooker. So I use this now. So basically then I got the hairdryer, and then just puff away, blow away, and then you watch. It's on warm, so I just air it out. I turn off a wee bit higher. A wee quick look. Now tap it obviously before you take it off, and see what it's like. It's a lot better. You can see it looks, the volume is like doubled. See, I put a lot more air into it, and now I'm going to actually put a wee drop more. I can do it for a wee bit longer. Just depends on how it goes. But the feathers will be a lot better. Again, just tap it, take all the feathers off. Now I do this with a lot of feathers, especially if they're up and dying, more dying CDC even. As I say, it just brings them back, makes them much more usable. A wee bit of static, you will always get a bit of static. So give it a second or so. Now these are natural, so there is a bit of natural oil in them. They do clump up a wee bit, so you can see the feathers are open far better. I just normally let them sit for a wee while, and then if you want, you could sit down and you could pair a certain size. And sometimes I'll do that, especially when I'm tying a lot of flies. It's a monotonous task, like, in a wee bit. But if you're sitting down preparing these feathers ready for using, just when you're tying the fly, it makes it much easier and quicker. And so prepping your fly tie materials is important. Like, I feel it is. Okay, folks. As you can see, I've actually turned the CDC out, started sort of putting them into the different sizes. As you can see we've got sort of small, sort of medium. These are much the same really, medium to large feathers. So it's just a matter of going through them. Any waste I just put to the side, and or some I put them back into some maybe hasn't opened out good enough. I'll put them back in the pot and redo them. But you could sit down for, I mean, I've only been at it 10 minutes or so, and as you can see the piles coming out. I mean, you do get more of sort of medium, small size feathers. This is the type of feather they are. The larger ones I keep for tying mainly caddis flies, the bubble CDC. So these are the nice feather. For the bubble one, the kind of loop, or whatever you want to call it. The bubble caddis, you'll see me tying them before. Smaller ones, small duns like these flies here. Stop my finger. These like a small pale marling duns or PMDs. I'd probably use a small, which are fine for that size 18, that type of size. Now I'll not do them all. I'll sit down and make sure I've got enough to tie the flies that I was planning to tie. I'll do quite a lot, like just makes it easier. So it does. This one could do a wee puff with the hairdryer to make it better, but it's not bad. It's a medium size. You just keep working through. There's lots of, I mean, this here, it still needs another wee blow with the dryer. But once I've got a few feathers, I'm quite happy. I'll tie the flies I'm looking for. Then I just bag them up in different sizes. Just put them in. Small, obviously you can see what the size they are really. Medium, try and keep them reasonably flat, and get a few there. That's only half of them done, so there's plenty of feathers in our packet. You've got lots of, depends on the flies you're tying, you've got lots of flies out it. As I say, the bigger, the larger size, you don't get just as many. There you do. In a small, medium, or medium and large, so this sort of size, much the same. I'm quite happy to use these in bubbles as much. But if you sit down, you can have a good selection ready to go. I mean, a lot of people ask me how I do it, and that's preparing materials for tying your flies is really important. Like, what I'll do is I'll put this back in and use the hairdryer to get a bit more. I mean, the bigger feathers there, see that one, that needs to be a bit of air through it. It's just because there's that oil on it from obviously the duck itself. It holds the fibres together. But as well as being put in a packet, they're obviously going to get squashed a wee bit. But there we are, folks, that's how I sat down and prepared my CDC especially. But as I say, I do that with many feathers, mainly after dyeing. If I'm dyeing certain feathers, I'll obviously go to dry them, and that's how I do it, through in the pot, or individually, depending on the type of feather I'm actually doing. But if you're going to be dyeing CDC, obviously you've got to dry it, and that's the best way, and to select them at the same time, so you've got a premium CDC feather, if you want to call it. Lovely feathers to use. I mean, those are large. These are lovely big feathers, so they are ready to get used. So there we are, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Get some helps you out in a way to prepare your feathers. As I say, it does make a difference. So as always, thanks for watching. Until next time.